Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, we are live from the birthplace of NASCAR stars, Hickory Motor Speedway, here in beautiful North Carolina, a staple of the short track scene there in the southeast. Here for the Warrens Bird Feeders at 125. Go ahead and pull up a quick and dirty look at the points. Jason Warren, your leader, 370. Josh Oswald, 11 back. Chuck Phelps still there in third. Pretty much has third locked up. Tyler Rice can't really gain much ground on him. But, waiting on qualifying to wind down. Got just a few seconds left. Alrighty. Well, it's that time. It's time for Peg Legs Pointers. Go ahead and find the driver. Alrighty, there he is in the car. We got Terry Bates, the slick onion himself, here for Peg Legs Pointer. Terry, why don't you tell us about this fine racing track here in Hickory, North Carolina? Hey, Terry. I guess we're just not going to do Peg Legs Pointers tonight. Because Terry doesn't want to talk to us. Alright, we got William Griffith for Peg Legs Pointer because Terry don't want to talk to us.
What? He said he wasn't going to. We were trying to force him to do it.
Alrighty, well, Griff, why don't you, we got 40 seconds. Give us a quick and dirty rundown.
You just don't enter, can't enter too fast because do what I just did there and push up the track. So you just got to be really, really smooth and consistent on entries and exits here. I know it's every track, but I feel like maybe for me, this one's a little more important for that. And try not to, do the do's or don'ts. Can't run over anybody. It's going to happen here, though, even with the smaller car count.
Well, we got 8 seconds. Does the bumps in the track really play that big of a factor, or do you kind of set up around it?
Yeah, I think it'll unsettle the car pretty easy.
Alrighty, best of luck to you. Tell Terry he's a little sissy.
I will.
Alrighty, there's your Peg Legs Pointers. Terry had a chance, but he didn't want it. All right, let's go ahead and pull up your starting grid. 13 cars in the field. Your points leader is also taking the pole. Also has an EOL for wrecking every yellow car in the field last week. That will move Kieran Church up to the Griff's surprise pole. Kind of ironic that Kieran gave Griff the surprise pole here at Hickory just 2 weeks ago in the street stocks. Josh Oswald going to roll off for Terry Bates outside pole. Where were we? Jason Lottridge going to roll off in that 5th spot. Garrett Kinder outside him in that black and pink 13 machine. Sam Wetstein going to roll off in that 7th spot. Outside of him in the 8th place is Chuck Pegleg Phelps. Rolling off 9th is the number 6 of Tyler Rice. Rounding out the top 10 is the number 12 of William Griffith. Rounding out row number 6 is Matt Knighty's Aaron Ward outside of him, and Jacob Bain in the 18. Going to round out your 13-car field. 13 cars, 125 laps of the distance. Should be in for a barn burner. Kieran Church going to assume the point. Terry Bates going to pull that black and yellow 2 machine up outside of him. Pace car has the lights off. We'll be making that nice left-hand turn off on the pit road here in just a moment. Coming down the backstretch, we got them lined up 2 abreast. You wanted the best. We got the rest. We got them lined up 2 abreast. Pace car is going to make that hard left-hand turn off onto pit road. Kick the tires and light the fires. We are green flag racing. Kieran and Church gets a pretty good jump. Ooh, washes up a little contact there with Terry Bates, tire to tire. It's going to move Terry up the track. It's going to open the door for Jason Lottridge to pull a little bit of a slider, slide up to that second spot. Ooh, contact. Josh Oswald sends him around. I'm not sure what just happened. Let's run that back real quick. Ooh, Lottridge steps it out, comes across the nose of the 17. That makes more sense than what I was going to say, but oh, there you go. From hero to zero. Jacob Bain did not make the start, so we just have 12 cars tonight. Josh Oswald going to take that fast repair, get that thing fixed up. 4 laps in, having to fix her up. Kieran and Church, Terry Bates, still your front row. And row number 2 is going to be made up of Oklahomans. That is Tyler Rice, Garrett Kinder. All right, everybody is pretty much lined up, ready to go. Going to give this another stab. We're going to shut the lights off with the pace car this time. Here we go. We got them racked and stacked for another stab at the initial start. Interesting little fact. The real-life pace car here at Hickory Motor Speedway is a Kia Soul. Those familiar with Landon Huffman and his vlogs will recognize the famous Kia Soul pace car. It is off the track, and we are going to go green. Kieran and Church with a great jump. Tyler Rice following pretty close suit. Terry Bates going to drive around the big end and secure the second position. Ooh, William Griffith around into the wall. And we are under yellow again. Just barely breathed on the back bumper there of the 12th. Matt Knighty just barely breathed on him and sent him around. Not sure what that was all about. iRacing Giveth. Ooh, Sam Wetstein, a little bit of contact there at the end. That's what I was trying to rewind to see. Sam Wetstein going to go take a fast repair as well. going to shut him off again. Let's maybe get a lap in this time. Is that what, folks? Jason Warren already up to the 5th position after taking a drop to the back of the pack for rough driving last week. So good on him, all the way back up to 5th. Green flag's out. Kieran Church with the jump. Terry Bates able to slide down in front of the 6th machine. Garrett Kinder, Tyler Rice side by side for the 3rd position. Ooh, what a contact. Ooh, Garrett Kinder, hang on to her. He is a wiggling, gets it gathered back up, drops all the way back to 7th. Makes contact with both of the drivers in the points battle. Tyler Rice having a great race, maintaining that 3rd position, up 6 spots from where he started. That is your current hard charger. Jason Warren on the back bumper of that 6th machine, trying to make his way inside the top 3. Tightest battle on the track right here is for the 3rd spot. Looks like Garrett Kinder's. Ew, we got contact. Griffith stays in the correct direction. Nope, he does not. It says Aaron Ward has crashed as well. Let's see what happened to Mr. Ward. Oh, Griffith gets down there, cuts up the track, collects Aaron. Gets her shut down. Matt Knight able to get around and not make any contact. Got a couple green ones in there. Aaron Ward, that machine looks like it is hurted. I've seen a couple poofs of smoke. He's going to get that thing brought in, as well as Griffith. Unofficially almost a 5th way through this one, and already 4 cautions in. This is gonna be a rough one, folks, so bear with me.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, Mr. Kinder. I see you.
How are you, buddy?
I see you have chose to park that machine as you were at risk of I believe a DWI.
It is a guaranteed possibility that either DWI or Warren was going to send me into the goddamn next universe.
Alrighty, we're back green flag.
I'm here. Listen, Warren being super aggressive up here, pressuring Tyler Rice. Who's on the outside there?
That's Terry Bates. That's the Slick Onion himself.
Terry Bates, he's a good dude. Oh, Jason Warren digging underneath him. You see the 45 car there, that pink?
Yep. The Garrett Kinder special there in the black and pink 45 machine.
Hey, at least as long as one black and pink car is doing all right tonight, I'm doing all right. Caution's out again, Alex.
Oh, Aaron Ward, Jacob Bain.
Carnage.
Oh, man, I don't even know where to start. This says Matt 90s. Let's see what happened to Matt 90s. Matt 90s has already crashed. So let's throw it in reverse. See what happens here.
Oh, Matt 90s. Seems like he drove into the old 98 of Sam Wetstein and then
Yeah,
found his match down there on the inside wall after the 20. Who's the 25? Is that somebody
that
new?
is Jacob Bame.
That's
Well,
not surprising. Oh, Jacob Babe tried causing some more chaos in the midst of a caution.
oh, it was chaos and anarchy. Looked like Chuck got a little wiggle. Sam checked up. Matt 90s didn't have no time to check up, and Jacob Bame did not check up.
I'll tell you what, Alex. I'm here with you for the rest of the race because I've got like 6 minutes of required repairs. I don't care anymore.
Alrighty. Well, it's better than 22 minutes repairs like I think Sam might have here shortly. Looks like Sam.
That's so unfortunate for Sam. Sam's been out here. He's been running a bunch of these different short track leagues. You know, he's been running Thunderstruck. I think he's been running some Sarah stuff. I think he's been running basically every short track league you can get in that has some of the top names. Sam's been out there trying to get into, so hopefully he gets a good finish tonight.
Yeah, looks like Sam has called it a night. You've called
Well, that's
it a
unfortunate.
Night. Jacob Bame is on lap 6.
Well, as long as Jacob Bame sends me the phone number of his sister-in-law, which is the sister or the wife of Cody, life will be good.
Oh, chaos and anarchy can only ensue.
I love it. I love it. Pace car still has the lights on. 22 Kieran Church. 6 outside of him. P2 Tyler Rice, man. I've been looking to him to have a fantastic finish for a long time. Hopefully tonight is the night. He's an Okie. I'm an Okie. Life is good. He's starting P2 here on this restart.
Yeah, he's going to have the time to jump from Kieran just right to sneak down there to the bottom because Jason Warren is ready to pounce, moving into the second spot. Trying to put a bit of a gap, a buffer between him and Oswald. Tyler Rice was asleep on that one. Oh, a little bit of bumper cars in between Warren and Oswald.
Oh, Kieran Church got a heck of a jump off that start. Tyler Rice fighting on the outside, Jason Warren. Watch out, Tyler. As I can tell you from experience, Jason Warren puts you in a wall. Watch out now.
Yeah.
It looks good. Jason Warren's up there fighting hard for second place.
Don't mess with a man who pushes a dog in a stroller. Ooh,
Alex,
big wiggle there out of 17.
Talked to you a long time. Big wiggle out of 17. 6 car number Tyler Rice. He's firmly in the 3rd position. That's an excellent starting position when it comes out later on, Alex. You know there's going to be a caution.
Yeah, Josh Oswald's driving like this thing is a dirt track.
He's already knocking on the back door here. Oh, fuck. Terry Bates, he's looking good. Knocking on the back door to the number 17 on Josh Oswald. Looks like Terry's really good on entry. Oswald has him on exit, which is, as you know, Alex, on these short tracks, is just absolutely paramount, vastly important. If you can get exit speed, it's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, you can kill a drive in by backing up a corner for the drive off. You can kill somebody's drive in and kill their drive out.
Oswald's trying to do that on the number 6 Tyler Rice right now. You can tell just the line he's taking, especially for 3 and 4, looks really good. Tyler Rice kind of taking the defensive line, late arc in, maybe trying to take that bottom way on exit so that Oswald doesn't dive underneath him, going into 3 and 4.
Yeah, and I mean, you also kind of got a late arc in to avoid the craters and potholes that make up the racing surface.
Listen, I haven't been a part of one of these modified races in a long time. Looks like Oswald's getting a huge run underneath Tyler Rice right now. Tyler Rice saying, hey man, you're faster right now. Go get him, hammer down, see if you can run these top two down so I can come in later on and take advantage of the situation. But Oswald is the P3.
Tyler looks like he's doing something that you don't know a whole lot about. I believe it's called tire conservation.
I don't know what that means, Alex, and I'm kind of insulted that you would even suggest I know what that means. If his right rear is not on fire by lap 50, then I'm going to be insulted.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only way to drive it is just balls out, some tires on fire, and then wonder why it drives like crap for the next 75 laps.
But actually, you know as well as I do, how many times have Oswald and I finished nose to tail in all these races before? Whether it be modified, super late models, it doesn't matter. Even cup cars anymore, it seems like Oswald and I are nose to nose just every stinking race. And right now, Oswald's sitting in third place, so big deal. But right now, Terry Bates giving a huge challenge to Tyler Ross down there on the bottom, just rolling up huge to him. Tyler looks like he's struggling a little bit through the middle of the turn. Terry Bates rolling really good through the middle of the turn. At least I think that's Terry Bates. He's the number 2, correct?
Yep,
okay.
The black and yellow team. Not to be confused with the
He
black
might
and
be
yellow
a little loose, Alex. He might be a little loose, Terry Bates. He's diving pretty shallow in there. He's trying to hold that bottom line through the first half of the corner. Then 3/4 off, he's way up there. Look at that big loose on entry.
And he is loose and on the edge of control, trying to make a challenge before the full spot. As here comes William Griffith looking to challenge Bates for the 5th spot.
Well, as you know, Griff, he was the owner of Rebels for a long time. He's kind of dedicated himself to this short track racing, and running back here in 6th place right now, showing that he's halfway decent at it at least. He's made a lot of his own setups throughout the years. I think he's finally got his hands on some good setups, and he's showing right now as he's running P6.
Oh, Tyler Rice moving up the track. Gonna let both of them by.
You know Tyler doesn't want to do that, but Tyler, if he's in his conservation state, he's hoping that later on he can get those positions back.
He usually does. He pulled that stunt there in the street stocks a couple weeks ago here at Hickory when I had the call with Intensity, and was out for a leisurely Sunday cruise, got a late caution, and was able to drive from 5th back up to, I believe, 2nd.
We got a caution out here on track, Alex.
Oh no!
But I'll firmly believe that Tyler Rice is one of the drivers to look out for. Any race, week in, week out, he's one of the guys. As we got the 25 round of Jacob Ball.
Finds the wall, climbs the wall, and stops on the racing surface to bring out the caution. Oh, hits the grass, loops it, then brings out the caution.
Looks like he's pushing hard off of turn 4. Collects the wall, gets up on 2 wheels. Matt Knighties and Chuck Phelps gets around him. He gets down to the bottom and then just loops it all by his lonesome. Just an absolutely rookie mistake. You know, these things happen from time to time. Jacob, not one of our regulars, is if I remember correctly. Alex, you might be able to correct me a little bit. But
I may or may not have referred to him as the caution clock last week. But
I can believe that. Jacob Baum down the caution clock, down on pit road. Hopefully he's getting his damage fixed, and hopefully we can keep this track clean, and we can keep this track green, and we keep this thing going. Because up front, I think it's going to shape up to be a pretty good race, Alex.
Oh, it's been a great race so far. Once we kind of got those early race jitters out, had a couple of nice green flag runs there. Everybody's doing the super secret drive to the bottom of the track to cool the tires off trick. Since iRacing had to go and ruin the grass cooling effect. Thanks, road
Which
racers.
is just depressing. Cody Bame, I guarantee you, is just crying right now.
Yeah, the Cody Bame's lawn service has never financially recovered from that.
But up here in P1, Jason Warren, he's a short tracker through and through, 100%. Glad to see him up front. He's been doing good.
He is absolutely wheeling that thing. Looking to further extend that points lead.
Somebody I've had my eyes on for a while, though, Kieran Church. You know, I haven't been racing a whole lot through different Rebels series and different Thunderstruck series, but Kieran Church always seems to find his way into the podium no matter what he's racing in. And he's starting to P2 right now. Outside line, front row. So I'm really anxious to see what he's got in him.
Yeah, the outside line traditionally is not where you want to be, but the lights are off on the pace car. We're about to send him back green flag.
Jason Warren with an absolute gargantuan of a jump. Kiernan Church going to be battling side by side with 17 and Josh Oswald. Josh Oswald, another one of those short track guys, 100%. He raced in real life. Right behind him on the inside line, William Griffith. Church is in a bad way. He needs to find his way to the bottom. If he doesn't find his way to the bottom, he's going to find himself looking at P5 pretty easily. Terry Bates also looking underneath the 22 of Kiernan Church. Church digging, trying to find anything he can down the outside line. 03 of Jason Lottridge. If you let Jason Lottridge pass you, trouble ensues. Looks like 22 of Kiernan Church going to get down. Plenty of room to clear the 03 of Jason Lottridge.
Just barely slides down in front of him, too.
Up front, good to see William Griffith up battling the top three. Jason Warren up front, and Josh Oswald P2. Those guys you expect to see running top three in these short track races.
Yeah, this is
looks
not
like
the
Kieran
situation.
Church makes a good pass on P4 here.
Not the situation Josh Oswald wants. Warren with an 11-point lead. You really don't want to run nose to tail because that's not how you close the gap. We are at the halfway point, Mr. Kendrick.
Well, Alex, you know as well as I do, you know, these guys, the top three guys are normally pretty steady, especially in the points wise. You know, I don't know who's P3 in points right now, but you're telling me that
Phelps is P3 in points.
Chuck Phelps is P3 in points right now, and that's absolutely outstanding. Shout out to Chuck Phelps.
The absolute model of consistency.
I assume P2 and P1 are Oswald and Warren. And those two guys run up front right now. You know Warren's just driving, trying to conserve tire. He's trying to maintain a gap. Oswald's doing the same exact thing. These guys are seasoned short track racers. And they're going to do everything they can to be there whenever the checkered flag comes out.
Yeah, they've really...
Warren, you know, he got beat by Jason Lottridge not as long ago, which is a big hickey on his overall record, Alex.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you were calling that race or not, but bad day overall for Jason Warren there, where Jason Lottridge beat him. I am hoping that Seth Griffith gets up there and challenges these guys.
Josh Oswald's going to drive underneath him.
He is. He's looking good. I'm hoping maybe Jason's maybe drove his tires a little bit too hard. Maybe Seth Griffith looks underneath him as well. Jason looks pretty strong on that top side though, Alex.
Yeah, he's got him on the dash, letting him ride. Ooh,
it's hanging him up. A little bit of contact maybe off at 2. Looking really good though.
Oh, Jason Warren slips up, finds the wall.
Now Jason's going to find himself in a battle for P3 as Kieran Church is trying to look underneath him. Jason Warren clears him going through 3 and 4. Man, you got to be careful. Oswald's one of those guys that will let this race absolutely run away.
Oh, Kieran!
On the inside! Caution's out.
That is the break that Jason Warren wanted to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jason Warren is thanking goodness right now as Kieran Church dumps it, trying to dig underneath him. He hits that yellow line, gets loose through 1 and 2, and throws that yellow flag. Man, that sucks for Kiernan, but Jason Warren's thing is lucky stars right now, Alex.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you can really get down there and flirt with that paint and find a little extra grip, but it is a fine line to dance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, they call it, you know, on these 1.5 mile tracks and stuff, they call it harvicking, where basically you stick that yellow front, that left front on the yellow line, and there's a lot of grip down there. It's definitely hazardous on these short tracks, though.
Some tracks you can get away with it more than the others, but Hickory is not one you can really dance that line.
And Alex, I hopped in this race tonight thinking, man, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to go out and race. I don't think I might have raced Hickory once in my entire life. I've been on iRacing for about 3 years now. And Oswald had told me that, hey, you raced Hickory before. I don't remember it. So the fact that I'm in the pits right now is no secret to anybody. But I'm hoping to see a good race tonight.
I think it's been on just about every every Thunderstruck schedule since it came out. So it's been out for about a year or so now.
Well, Hickory, a huge track as far as the grassroots of stock car racing goes. A lot of guys come up through their late model stock careers, their super late model careers, racing at Hickory. So it's great to see it on iRacing. Great to see that the simulation.
There it is on the inside wall, birthplace of NASCAR stars.
There you go. You know, it's great to see the history of it out here on iRacing, where you can see some guys go out and short track race, especially these open wheel cars. These open wheel cars, Alex, it's a whole new ball game. And I tell you, somebody I've been interested in to watch, and I'm watching him right now through this run. Is old Chuck Phelps. He's been on a short tracking guy for about 2 seasons now. I think this is his 2nd season, and I'm anxious to see how he does.
And we are green flag. Ooh, that got slicey and dicey.
Tyler Rice way up the track.
Jason Walker's in tow on that one.
Hopefully Tyler can get down. Jason Waters looks like he's dialing racing. Chuck Phelps even underneath Tyler Rice right now. 6 car in trouble a little bit, Alex.
Yeah, there is. The 6 machine is in a bit of a ding.
Up in front, you know, no shocker to anybody. You got Jason Warren, Joshua Oswald, 2 of the guys. You know, they're both admins in this league, Alex. Both guys that are short track experience. A lot of these guys behind them, they've got the work cut out for them if they want to get around those 2.
Yeah, Josh Oswald, granted, has not turned laps in Relive at Hickory, but at one point drove a Tour mod.
Yeah, absolutely. Oswald driving a Tour mod in real life. I wonder, you know what, I don't know, Alex, how much that translates over to this simulation that is called iRacing. But being him out front right now, as looks like the 22 of Kieran Church dives underneath the 12 of William Griffin, gets the position through 1 and 2. William Griffin's going to fall back to P5, looks like. But Josh Oswald up front, looking real good. I think he knows exactly what he's doing out here.
Not to cause a stir, but if you taking a glance to see who's sitting in P3.
Oh, Matt Knighties. He's one of those guys that he shows up and he's there at the end, and you don't hear a lot about him as far as racing side by side or racing hard with anybody. But he's one of those guys that ends up, you know, top 5, top 10, top 7, whatever, every single race. And I really like watching how he progresses through the race.
He's a quiet worker. He doesn't make a bunch of noise, but he picks off spots, but he does it quietly. And
right now
he
he's got Kieran Church looking underneath him right now. Kieran Church is going to try and take that P3 position.
And does. But Matt Knighty's recently big upgrade, new computer, new wheels, new pedal, new everything, brand new man.
And y'all, and I don't know how much y'all at home understand that, but that's a huge difference for us racers sitting at the house. That you know, we can get some graphics that, you know, maybe we can use VR, maybe we can use triples, where we can see these cars driving on the outside of us, driving on the inside. Different things here and there where we can suck down the inside. Matt Knighty's on the inside wall. Huge moment for him. Jason Lawler's looking to capitalize, but a little bit far behind for him. But Matt Knighty's got off the wall in P4 here. But it's a huge difference, Alex, and I think you can understand that completely. The difference between computer processing
power. Walker
Josh,
into the back of the 64. What happened?
Matt Knighty's down on the inside line. Looks like Matt Knighty is maybe trying to get out of the way of everybody.
That's still green flag.
Just kind of followed him down the outside. Absolutely, the green flag is still out. That's a hard day for Jason Lawrence, too. He was having a pretty good race. I think he was hanging back in the back, trying to figure out where he was running. Looks like he towed back to pit road a little bit. Maybe had a black flag.
Yeah,
he's pitted right in front of me.
Up in the fence.
Unfortunate for sure.
Don't look up front or anything, but Josh Oswald has put almost a second on Jason Warren here with just 25 to go.
Josh Oswald's one of those guys. He races short tracks in real life. Jason Warren, he's a short track and guy on iRacing, 100% all day long. He's got various championships through his iRacing career, be it through Rebels or through Thunderstruck. But it's undeniable what Josh Oswald has accomplished with different series and stuff through iRacing with Rebels, with Thunderstruck. He's one of those guys that if it's a short track, he's in danger to win it every single week, 100%.
Kieran Church, I believe he pits a couple of dirt cars. I don't think he has any real experience.
I think you're right. I think he works out of some tracks down in Arizona, New Mexico area, down somewhere in the southwest of the United States of America. But he's one of those guys that he's one of the OG Rebels guys, which also means he's one of the OG Thunderstruck guys. Shows up every once in a while, shows up for, half a season or a full season, runs really well. As you can see him right now, he's running P3 this race, which is absolutely phenomenal for him. But one of those guys we love seeing it around. Kieran Church is one of those guys that he's just a hoot and a half, Alex. He's one of those cool guys to talk to, one of those fun guys to talk to. Talk about his life experiences, talk about different things throughout his racing career. And Kieran Church, just a good dude, running P3 right now, trying to run down Jason Warren in the P2 spot. And he's got a big gap behind him, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's got 2 seconds over Griffith. And then 3 back is Tyler Rice. Tyler Rice in a heated battle with the lap car of Terry Bates. And then about a second off the back bumper of the 6 machine is the number 75 of Charles Phelps. And then that is it for as far as the lead lap cars go. 16 to go. Josh Oswald just over a second over Warren, and then 2 seconds between Oswald and Church. Pretty spread out.
I'm almost wondering if maybe Warren pushed too hard early on, trying to make up some difference between. Because I think Warren really lose off of turn 4 right there. I'm almost wondering if he maybe didn't try a little bit too hard, burn a little bit too much tire, trying to get up this P2 spot. Oswald looks like he's just out for a Sunday stroll right now. And Warren, he's, like I said, super loose off of 2, off of 4. He's really having to manage that throttle control.
Yeah, I've seen Mr. Warren bounce at the wall a couple times. Once real big and then a couple little taps, so I'm sure that thing's not exactly straight as an arrow either.
Well, Jason Warren's one of those guys that can drive a car in just about any situation. He's one of the Rebels Cup Series champions, so there's no doubting his skill level. And one of the best short track racers I've been around. I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot from him. Learned a lot from him, Oswald. But right now, Oswald's taking him to school. He's just stretched out about a straightaway in front. And I'm sure Warren is wanting to dig that in. Maybe caution comes out, get these guys side by side, and some crazy things can happen.
I don't think we have anybody close enough to have a caution.
Well, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys through the field that I have a lot of faith in to cause caution. One of those guys, the 03 Jason Aldridge, he's been getting a lot better. He's been getting some coaching from Daniel Pope throughout some of the short track and stuff. So I think he's doing a lot better. Back in the day, you could always count on Jason Aldridge for a nice caution when he needs it. But he's running really well tonight, running in P9. But just sitting there absolutely digging, getting some laps in, getting some experience in. And he's running up on the back of Chuck Phelps right now.
A couple laps down, involved in a little bit of trouble there earlier. Had the toe. That's results do not reflect the performance on track from the great Value Dale Senior.
You know, the Great Value Dale Senior, it may be overrated, but I have a new respect for old Jason Howard out there. He's been working hard at the short track craft, and it's a whole new, you know, Alex, as well as I do, that it's a whole new ball game when you go from these mile and a halves or 2 mile tracks, super speedway tracks, which Jason Howard is known for being pretty good at. But you go to these short tracks race where it's 5/8 and under, and I got a lot of respect for him because he's learned. As we've got 2 laps to go, I think, underneath green here. Josh Oswald in the commanding position.
Yeah, second half. Here we go. White flag in the air. Next one is going to end it. I don't see anybody close enough to even fart in the general direction of somebody. Into 3 and 4 we
Josh
go.
Oswald, 3 and 4, man. Here, he's looking good. Off of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Barney waving it, looking good. Oswald's going to bring this thing home, man. I'm absolutely ecstatic for the guy.
Will
That's
Griffith,
old teammate there, Velocity. Looks good.
That's a Velocity top 5. That is Oswald, Warren, Church, Griffith, Rice. You're making up your top 5.
Man, I'm telling you, Velocity out there making things look good out here in Thunderstruck Super Series. Don't mind me, I'm sitting in the pits right now, Alex.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Hey, you can't be perfect every day. I'm just saying.
We got Mike Veith and Charles Stevens saying hello to Mr. Kinder.
Hello, boys. I miss y'all. I really do. I'm drinking bourbon right now, feeling good about life.
All right, we said we get into the interviews already.
Let's do it, buddy.
All right,
I'm here with you.
Let's grab Kieran Church. Hey, Kieran, we got Garrett and Alex up here in the Rebels booth. How you doing?
It's going.
It's going, huh? Man, well, you look good. You're running P3 a lot of that race. Did you have any challenge behind you, man? You look like you were pretty comfortable running P3 right there.
Yeah, I just wish I didn't make those mistakes. I let Warren get underneath me, and that caution came out, and it just screwed me after that, and just started getting tight on the long run, so I started trying to use the apron to help rotate, and I caught it just a little bit while on the throttle and looped it around, and
Man,
got it back in the back.
I noticed that a little bit. You know, a lot of guys, even Warren a little bit, was driving down there towards the apron, trying to get that car to rotate. He was trying to get up towards Oswald. You were trying to get up towards him. But, man, excellent racing throughout the pack, and really enjoyed watching the race. You know, I haven't been around you a whole lot. You know, you take breaks from here and there where it seems like you're gone for about 6 months, then you're back. What do you got to thank for all these guys coming in, helping you out, getting you in this Thunderstruck Super Series, getting out here running the P3 tonight?
Got to thank Josh Oswald for the setup, everybody at Velocity Motorsports, SPM, and Jet Designs.
Damn right.
And then everybody here at Thunderstruck. It's fun racing with everybody. And for Alex for doing the broadcast. And I guess I'll thank you, too, for doing whatever you did up there. We'll find out later.
Man, I ended up, all I did was end up in pit road and hop on here in the broadcast booth, 100%.
Gotta lock the door next time.
That's right. Yeah, lock the door, hide the key or something. God dang.
Alrighty, best of luck to you next week. Hope we get a chance to talk to you then.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's grab first loser, Jason Warren. Hey, Jason, it's Garrett and Alex up here in the Rebels booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, I'll let Alex take the first question here. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, had a great drive, quick drive back up from the front from your penalty from last week. Had a pretty solid piece. Josh Oswald was able to intimidate you a little bit there, get you slid up, and dropped you back to the second spot. Go and take us through your race there.
That's probably the worst race I've ran in the last 6 months. Car felt great.
Shit.
I fucking the freaking. I'm trying not to curse here. I'm gonna try not to curse. The car kept. I was overdriving the crap out of the car. I kept hitting the wall, doing dumb stuff. Pretty sure I wrecked Kinder. And I got behind Kieran and I was overdriving severely, sideways off every corner. My right rear at the end of the race was 64. It was just a stupid, idiotic driven race by me.
Well, Warren, I will do you a favor here. Do you want to hear what my proposition is? Hey man, if you tell me right now that you're absolutely head over heels in love with your new girlfriend, I will give you forgiveness. Tell me about it right now.
I am in love with her. I like her very much.
Fuck a duck. Let's go, boys. Warren got him a new woman. Let's go. P2 for Jason Warren. Everybody out there in YouTube chat right now, throw it up. Give him a big shout out. Warren, I love you, buddy. I'm super happy for you.
I appreciate it.
You're my boy. God dang, son.
Friends, family, sponsors, like text so you can get the hell out of here.
That's right. Hit the end button. Get out of here, Jason Warren. Hell.
I just broke out in a sweat. Fuck.
You're right. Oh, you're my boy, Jason. You're my boy. You know what?
I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy. Get out of here. Get Josh. Alex, get Josh Walls on here. He fucking won this race. Shit.
Yeah, tell him he's a pussy. All right.
I will for you.
Alrighty, kid. This one's yours.
Hey, Alex. This interview took a turn.
Yes, it did.
Oswald, you in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Oswald, you know, Jason Warren says you's a pussy. I got to say it. He's my boy. He said you's a pussy.
Well, who won tonight?
Well, you did, Oswald, and I'm absolutely goddamn proud of you. I really am. You know, I ended up in pit road because Jason Warren sent me to the pits, but you know, he and I had a bonding situation in the post race here, and I've been drinking bourbon because all I've had to eat today is popcorn, and I'm feeling pretty good about life. So Oswald, tell me what it took to get the number 17 modified up to the first place position and run up there for, you know, really a majority of the race, Alex. You know, he was up there for a good long while.
Yeah, well, I believe probably led the most laps for sure.
So Oswald, tell me what it took. You know, Warren sit there. He were you nervous about a late yellow? You know, maybe Warren getting there underneath you, but what? Tell me what you had, Bertie.
Even if we had a late yellow, he'd have been up on the outside, and he had pretty well burned his stuff up. He was driving real hard in the beginning of the race, and I waited for the mistake, and it happened, and then he made a few more after I passed him, and it only made things worse for him because he's a pussy. But
come on.
But no, I didn't get the most laps led tonight. Kieran got that by one lap. He led 53. I led 52.
One lap. Hey man. Hey, but I tell you what, you led the most important one, and that's the last one. You know,
yes, sir.
Kieran back there, I think he got what, P3 tonight.
Yeah, he recovered back to P3. I mean, once I got a good gap out front, I was able to just remind myself to keep running smooth. Don't do anything that's going to upset the car. Just kind of gap manage and.
Well,
you know,
Oswald, you know, you're one of the guys that has headed up Velocity Motorsport since day one. You're one of the guys that has been a big proponent. You know, it's an umbrella underneath the SPM. But I'm fairly certain the top 5 in this race are SPM Velocity drivers, which has got to feel good. You know, coming out here to Hickory Motor Speedway, one of the short tracks that NASCAR drivers through and through, you know, they staked their name on, saying that hey, that they've won at Hickory, they are champion at Hickory, and tonight you're a champion at Hickory, and to have all your teammates behind you here, Jason Warren, Kieran Church, William Griffith, Tyler Rice, it's got to feel pretty good.
It does. It does feel good to have a Velocity top 5. I mean, it's actually it's the first modified race that I have won at Hickory. I've never won a modified race, so
well, yeah,
I'll take
because
that.
you're a pussy, but it's okay.
Hey, winner tonight though, and that's what matters. You know, close it up.
I'm dead last, brother. It's okay.
Oh, you're dead last because that pussy 45 put you in the wall. I saw it. I had front row seat.
I know it. Why didn't you do something about it, Oswald? That's what I want to know.
I did. I took the win from him.
That a boy. I'm proud of you. I really am. Alex, do you have any questions for this guy? I feel like I've talked to him for about 45 seconds now.
Nope, other than the sponsor list.
Hit me with it, Oswald. Give me your
Okay.
sponsors. Give me your shout-outs. Give me your broadcast and all that good stuff.
Well, I'd like to thank for the very, very colorful broadcast, I'm sure, that I'm going to go back and watch.
It is gold. Broadcast of the year.
And,
Come on.
Velocity Motorsports, Superior Performance Motorsports, Big Frig
Velocity
Coolers. Big Frig
Big
Coolers. If you want,
Frig.
listen, Kendra, let me say it. If you want to
Okay,
keep
I'm
your hot,
sorry.
if you want to keep your hot stuff hot and your cold stuff cold longer and cheaper than anybody else, Big Frig Coolers.
Close. It was close. It was close. I'll give it to you though.
You say it.
If you want to keep your hot stuff hot and your cold stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Come on.
I don't need all that extra stuff. And just my friends and family to watch the broadcast at home. I don't get Cross 5. That's
There ain't no extra. Listen, Cross 5 is part of it, brother.
well, I only have
I'll get a hold of Brock and tell him that, hey, we need to get Oswald on the Brock 5 train, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, yeah.
Alrighty, well, best luck to you next week. Hope we get a chance to talk to you then. Well, I don't have anything
Alex.
else to you.
Tell me about the race, man. Tell me what you thought. Give me your thoughts and opinions on this thing. Come on.
Had some great racing action there in the early and middle stages. A couple pre-race jitter cautions there to begin with, and then we had a really long green flag
Sorry
run
about
where
that. I really
nothing
am.
happened.
It did, man. The last, what was it, the last 50 laps? How many laps was this race? No.
The
A
race
lot.
is 125.
It seems like the last 100 went without caution. And I feel like I was the last caution that was involved there. Big shout out to all the guys in the field. Big shout out to Josh Oswald, Jason Warren, Karen Church. Top three. We've talked to him, had a good time with them. Man, but I'm also going to give a shout out to William Griffith, Tyler Rice, a couple of guys about there. They're just absolute grinders, man. They're out there every weekend, week in, week out, every race that Rebels puts on, every race that Thunderstruck puts on, and they're out there getting top fives. So big shout out to both of them. And, man, I couldn't be happier for both of them. Couldn't be happier for the finish tonight. Alex, couldn't be happier up there in the booth with you having a good old time.
I got
Oh, yeah.
some of you grind, pussy.
What do you got, Jason Warren? Come on, I'll fight with you right now. Let's
All right,
go.
I'm gonna end this real quick before we get
That's
banned on
probably a good
YouTube.
idea because we're about to get physical.
Alrighty, well, till next week. Seacrest out.
Bye bye. What do you want?